By Jack Wepfer and Zach Cruz. 2 hours ago, the Green Bay Packers kick off the preseason on Thursday night with a visit from the Houston Texans, who were already in town for a pair of joint practices earlier in the week. Here are 8 players to watch during the Packers preseason opener at Lambeau Field, when the Packers drafted Rashawn Gary with their first overall pick in this year's draft. There was little consensus about the Michigan product. He was known as an extremely athletic underachiever whose production in college never quite matched his perceived potential. Since that moment, it's been almost nothing but proving naysayers wrong. First, his position coach, Mike Smith, waxed enthusiastically on Gary's NFL potential. Then, reports came out about Gary's post-draft work ethic, trimming down to 10% body fat, and also how he's looked to Zadarius Smith as a mentor. Once camp began, boots-on-the-ground reports began to surface indicating that Smith might be right about Gary. He's lightning quick for his size, he's fared really well in one-on-one pass rushing drills, and he's steadily getting more and more reps with the first team. In short, it's time to see how all of this translates to a game setting. Tonyan caught a pair of touchdown passes and was one of the darlings of the preseason last summer, helping him come out of nowhere to make the 53-man roster. Now, Tonyan is fighting for a legitimate role in the offense alongside Jimmy Graham and Mercedes Lewis. How has he developed as a receiver? And more importantly, how much better is he as a blocker in the run game? With another strong preseason, Tonyan could become Matt LaFleur's go-to-move tight end in the offense. He should get plenty of snaps Thursday night. The third-year defensive tackle out of Auburn has big shoes to fill. Labeled by both defensive coordinator Mike Bettini and teammate Kenny Clark as most improved this offseason, Adams will now assume Mike Daniels' role on the defensive front in the team's 3-man front alignment. Adams has an excellent first step, but he needs to develop consistency. Demonstrating that ability, even in limited series, could work to quell some of the fan anxiety from losing Daniels. Top photos from Packers joint practices with Texans. View 29 images. Vitale was signed to the Packers practice squad in October of last season and then signed to the active roster a day before Mike McCarthy would coach his last game in Green Bay. Perhaps a roster afterthought as the team transitioned to Matt LaFleur's system, Vitale has been just the opposite.